It's I again. As you see, if you watched my video about baking, I'm going to do one now about sewing. So say that you don't have much money on you at the moment and you want to make a gift for someone, maybe a friend or someone you're in a relationship with, which is what I'm doing right now. So one way you can do something, you can make something homemade. And what I like to do sometimes is I like to sew. Typically, if I make something for someone, I typically make a specialized kind of throw pillow. And usually I get different kind of materials. So here's one side of the pillow. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah. So here's one side of the pillow. That's one side. And here is the other side of the pillow. So the side's embroidered, which, let's have a clip of me embroidering. And the other one is applique that I did. So, since I already did that part, all I have left to do is to sew the edges together. So basically what you want to do is make sure the inside of the pillow is on the outside, because when you sew that up, you want it to be on the outside. So basically you want to match up the edges for the most part. I mean, there could be a little bit of overlay, just because like when you flip it over, it won't be that big of a deal, because everything will be on the inside and a little bit extra won't really hurt it so much. Except you might have to, I might have to turn the top of it so much. So yeah, match up the sides, and then you take straight pins, which are the pins without holes in them. I recommend buying a basic sewing kit. You can probably buy one for like $5. That's really helpful because once you learn how to sew, you can sew about anything. If you have a popped button or something that needs repair, it's much easier to sew yourself. So there's that. So you want to take a pin and poke it through the material, and then wrap it around and poke it through the material. So see, it's like that, and like that on each side, and you want to do it 3 out of the 4 sides like that. So you want to make sure the material is like flat too. Okay. So and once you're done pinning it, you can start sewing. So basically you want to try, any thread will do, but if you're low on certain colors, go with something that would be that you have more of. Typically neutral colors are good, but you want to get a fair amount of string, but not too much, because you can always add more for each side. Typically I tend to get the corners of and everything. helps to wet your thread in order to, and you want to put it through the loop. And if you have a frayed edge, you might want to cut it because then it becomes easier to thread the needle. So once you have it threaded, I tend to double up on it, so pull it until each end of the thread is even. So I tend to go really long too when cutting the thread because I know I'm only going to have half of that length. So, and it's best to have a very large knot so you know that. So like double up on the thread again so you have a loop and just tie around the loop a couple times. And then it makes the knot larger and you can just move it down. You get the idea, basically. And you just start a running stitch and you should be good to go. Make sure you take your pins out as you go along. See? Be careful not to prick yourself as well. So yeah, just take the needle and thread, put it toward one end, and pull. And you go in and out typically. In, pull, back through, pull. I tend to weave it on the needle and then pull through. It actually saves a lot of time, I think. I've developed this technique actually not that long ago, and you just do it the needle, because it's a lot less pulling. You only do it once as opposed to a few times, and you shouldn't want to get like but you may want to go through it again just to be sure. So when you're done with the sewing of the three sides, all you have to do is take it and turn it inside out. And then you got your pillow. And it looks very nice and lovely and beautiful. And whoever you give it to will love it. I'm hoping, well, hopefully they will love it. So, since I'm at school, I don't have any stuffing with me. So, in a few days, I will stuff it. And then, basically, you just stuff it until it's pretty full. You just want to leave a little room at the top in order to sew it. So, all you basically do is just sew it simply at the top. You might want to get like a neutral looking color. With two very vastly different colors, it's kind of hard. In the past, I've used this with this background, so it wasn't that hard, get a shade of purple. But in this case, probably would be best to use a light shade of purple for this side, and then considering this side is colorful as well, a little bit of color at the top wouldn't be so bad. And just stuff it, and then maybe put a ribbon around it, and it'll be pretty. So yeah, that's that. So thank you for watching this video about making homemade gifts, because people like homemade things, believe it or not. People actually pay a lot of money for homemade things. So this is has been another Susie Homemaker video for you. Follow me on Twitter. Information's down at the bottom. Hopefully you'll hear from me again soon. I should have another video up soon about stress and how cleaning helps with stress, believe it or not. Cleaning can be relaxing. Getting organized actually makes your life easier. So that'll be my next video, and it'll probably be uploaded soonly after this. So, bye everyone.